What's up, everybody? Geezer, yes, the tie. How's it going? Happy Monday. Vote in favor of the ties. You, and a couple other of you have definitely inspired me to hope for a lot more ties in the game of football. But happy Monday. We're gonna watch the Seattle Seahawks take on the Washington football team, who is my underground. I have no reason to do so, but I always just want Washington to win. So I'm going to be cheering on the Washington football team side today. They're still not out of the playoff race, so they're probably coming with something to play for tonight. And we just got I think we're on the last commercial break before kickoff, so just another minute or two, and we'll get in there. I'll even whip out my alts for this. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, if you feel like it, you can smash that tie button and wreck it. I see the percentage going down for Washington and the percentage going up for the tie. So everybody that wants to participate in the tie vote, you are able to do so. Tom ain't streaming. Pain. I know last night I hopped over because everybody told me to go over to his stream before it ended, after the game ended, and he said he might be doing today's game, but I wasn't sure if he was going to or not. But if you feel like hanging out with us, Geezer, you're more than welcome. Hopefully this will be a good game, but even if it ends up being a bad game, we should have fun just hanging out as well. Um, I'm pretty excited for this game because I think it has the potential to be a very high-scoring game, but at the same time, every time I think that's going to happen, it's going to be low scoring. And every time I think it's going to be fun, it's awful. So hopefully that's not true today. I'm excited for a potentially exciting game. No kitty. No, my kitty's not feeling very good. So he's sleeping right now. And I turned the heat on and got him another blanket to add to his blanket. I'm calling it tie 14-14. I'm here for the ride, as painful as it might be. I appreciate that, Rick. I mean, I know you're a Seahawks fan, so hopefully for your sake, the Seahawks can pull through. I am comfortably rooting for Washington today just because my dad has been wanting to write them off since before the season started, and so I told him they're going to take the division this year, and he called me crazy. So it's not that crazy yet, and it could get out of hand if they lose a couple more games, but it's still a possibility. um, so I'm ready for the game today. I'm sorry if things don't go so well for Seattle, Rick, but I hope this is a good game for both teams and for all of us, because we've had some rough primetime games as a whole this season, whether it's one-sided or it was like last night. Thank you so much, Geezer. Grassy Posse, I will forever appreciate each and every one of the Grassy Posse, including the man, the myth, the legend himself, Tom Grassy. I've been going over there every day and checking out all of his stuff just so I can show my appreciation to him as well. So you guys are awesome. I like Washington football team's QB. I really like him a lot because I thought I was very confident last year that they were going to manage to pull off the upset in the playoffs against Tom Brady, and everything would have been different last year. But they fell just a little bit short. I watched that game actually 2 weeks ago just because it was such a good game. So Seattle's going to be kicking off first to Washington, and it's a short kick that DeAndre Carter decided to run out, and he only makes it to about the 22-yard line. People only shit on Heineke because he's a Trump supporter. Just watch the product on the field, man. Yeah, I don't believe that politics belong in sports. I feel like every player, coach, whatever, is allowed to have their opinion just like we are. So, I mean, people love Tom Brady, and I'm pretty sure about the exact same thing. So I don't understand that. I think that I don't know. I think he's a good quarterback. He's getting like a second chance basically, and he's done fairly well for what he has. So Heineke drops back and he throws it to Logan Thomas, who just got activated off the IR today and who had been one of his early favorite targets. So hopefully he has a good bounce back game, but he was just short on that, so it's going to be 2nd and 10. And we might see a good game out of Scary Terry as well. What's up, Shelby? Thanks for hanging out with us while you're at work. We always appreciate when you get a chance to come chat with us. All right, so they got a man in motion and he hands it off and gets about 6 or 7. It was JD McKissick on that run, so it's going to be 3rd down. But he got about 5 yards, so 3rd down and 5. I'm just happy that, like, Taylor Heineke got the win against, Tampa Bay this year because I feel like that was just, like, a wholesome memory for him because his first start with Washington was against Tampa Bay in the playoffs. So it's gonna be 3rd and 5. Heineke's got someone in the backfield with him, but I can't see who it is. And he loads up in the middle to Terry McLaurin, but he was double covered and that pass got broken up. So it's going to be 4th and 5, and they're going to bring the punt team on for this one. Honestly, these jersey, the maroon on maroon, I don't know if I've seen them wear the full colors this year. It looks really nice. And then Seattle's going the white on white. That was Jamal Adams, who probably could have got his hands on the football, like, and brought it down if he just went like a little bit away from it. But so he punts it. It looked like it went straight up from the kick, but they called a fair catch. Oh, I thought they called a fair catch. He didn't. And he returned to about the 26. I swear he waved and then caught it, but I guess he didn't. So we're just gonna see what Russ has got cooking today, because his last 2 showings have not been great. He is 29, 9, and 1 in primetime. That means Russell Wilson has had a tie on the primetime, which means it's possible tonight. That should be a bright outlook for that, for all you tie wanters. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Seattle has not got a good running back situation right now due to everybody getting hurt. And Washington's taken some hits on their defense also, so they might be able to run the ball a little bit better. So Russ goes play action right away, and he throws it to Tyler Lockett. Only gets about a yard or 2. The other guy waved. Not sure if that's legal, but apparently it is tonight. Yeah, see, I couldn't tell which guy waved because I saw the wave and then I saw the catch, and I didn't put 2 together and see. But I'm glad you saw that too, because like I really thought that it was gonna be a fair catch, and then he like took off running with it. So it's gonna be 2nd and 8 now. Is Shane back? I'm not sure. He said he sent you a link. See, they handed off this time and they lose those 2 yards they got on the first play. He said he sent you a link, and that should take it to wherever he is at, whichever stream he's in right now, to bring you in there. So it should be about 3rd and 10. They lost the 2 yards that they got with Tyler Lockett. Okay, 3rd and 9, so he didn't lose that both of them. I got it. Okay, yeah, he should be close to back if he's not back yet. So Seattle's ranked last in 3rd down conversions right this year. He overthrows his tight end, and so it's going to be 4th and 9. What's up, Shane? Haven't seen you in a little bit, but it's nice for you to come hang out with us. How you been, my guy? How about that beating my Bengals did on your Steelers yesterday? Had to throw that one in there real quick for you. But I won't give you too much crap about it. So here's our second punt of the game, and we're only 3 minutes in. So it's a race to see who gets the spark on offense first. So he called for a fair catch on this one, so there's gonna be no return there. And we are off to our first commercial break of the game. So not too much going on so far. That's good, Shane. I'm glad to hear that. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving, man. Both teams not able to come up with anything to start. Maybe it's just a slow start, and both of them will take off. I'm glad I'm middle of the tech instead of watching the Steelers game. Their defense is in bad shape right now, and our offense is in bad shape right now. Well, Big Ben looked old against the Bengals, but if it makes you feel better, and as much as it pains me to say this, I'm going to be rooting for the Steelers next week to beat the Ravens since Cleveland was unable to do so. So maybe they'll get a win next week and help the Bengals out just that much more. His on my computer, but he's not there. So he should be back soon. He left like immediately after the stream ended, so he had to leave the house. It should only have taken him about 15 minutes to get there and 15 minutes back, so ish. I don't know what he was doing, but he should be back soon, King, and he'll be able to help you out as much as he can. Shane, who you got winning this game tonight? Washington or Seattle? All right, we're still on commercial. We should be back soon. Washington will take over. We'll see Taylor Heineke back out there. I don't know how many of the defensive players will come back. TJ Watt is still out, and that's a big mess right now. Oh, TJ Watt played against Cincinnati, but he just got put on the COVID reserve list this morning. I know that they were missing Minkah Fitzpatrick, but he's back now too. But I don't think Pittsburgh is that bad. They're just not that good right now, and a lot of teams are playing good football. Seattle, it's still possible. It's still early. We're in the first 3 minutes of the game. It's 1st and 10. He fixes a handoff, and he throws to Thomas in the middle. Jamal Adams made the stop on that play. He looks like he's going to be a very big factor in this game, which for Seattle's defense's sake, they need him to have a good game too. I can't see the poll anymore. Let me. All right, can you see the poll now? It's 2nd and 5. I think he's dropping back. He throws a screen to Gibson, and he's stopped just short of the first down. I think Joe Hayden was out too. I feel like you might be right on that. Okay, yes, okay. It should stay on there for you now. The tie vote's coming up. It was a nice tackle. All right, so it's going to be 3rd and 1 now. I hear whistles. Oh, so Seattle's taking a timeout because I look like they have too many guys on the field, which I'm glad he caught it for their sake. But that would have been a free play. Bobby Wagner's really good too. I feel like he hasn't gotten as much credit just because their defense as a whole has been struggling this season. But him and Adams, Joe Hayden got stiff armed by KJ Hamler. Stop hyping him up like he's a top corner. I mean, I don't like Pittsburgh, so. All right, so it's 3-1 now. And Antonio Gibson with a really nice run. He breaks a couple tackles. Steelers need to keep losing so they can get a good draft pick. I don't know if they're going to give up for their draft picks. They're still going to at least try to win. Man, I feel like Antonio Gibson is underrated. But yeah, I don't think Mike Tomlin's going to allow them to lose as many games to get a high draft pick. It's 1st and 10 now at the 43-yard line. And he hands it back off to, looks like McKissick. Nope, it's Gibson again and gets about 3. I didn't put a scoreboard up here. I mean, there's. So it's going to be 2nd and 7. There's 10 minutes left in the first quarter. Can I show the clip? What clip? Oh. Of KJ Hamler. Heineke drops back and he throws it to the rookie tight end. So I can pull it up and put it in here if you want. If it is on the YouTube. So it's going to be 1st and 10. They are officially in Seattle territory, so Washington's got a little bit of offense going on this drive. So it was a handoff to Antonio Gibson, and they get about 8 yards. I lost track of the football for a second there. I could not find the video. So Washington's moving quickly here, and they hand off to Kissick, and they get about 1. He said he's the best boy we got. What's up, Puppet Master? I don't know if I said hey to you yet, but hey, who put ties at 29%? I'm glad there's 2 of you that enjoy the ties in here because I think it's super funny. So they've been on this drive for 4 minutes and 16 seconds and counting and 7 plays and 44 yards. Number 1 draft pick going to be to Detroit, and he will be mad. I don't know. I feel like Detroit's going to win 2 or 3 games and screw that up at the end of the year. 1st and 10, Heineke standing in, steps up, throws it to Scary Terry, who tries to get away and gets pulled down. So it's going to be 2nd down. I voted football team. I also voted football team. Just search Joe Hayden, I lift weights. Okay, so I saw that clip, but I didn't know if that was it. I'll pull that up now. This is going to be 2nd and 2, 7:20 left in the first, and they're in the red zone now. Joe Hayden. Let's see. Hayden, I lift. Hands off to Antonio Gibson. Gets the 1st down in about 2 yards. I lift weights. There it is. Is it the first one that comes up? The Joe Hayden mic'd up Steelers versus Broncos week 2, 2020? So this is going to be the 10th play of the drive on the 17-yard line. Okay. First and 10. He passes to Adam Humphries. Okay. Oh, I see it. It's like a 12-second clip. Okay. Copy link address. There you go. I believe that's it. Detroit has had a lot of first-round draft picks over the years. So it's going to be 2nd and 4 now. And hey, handoff to Antonio Gibson. Gets the first down. It's going to be 1st and goal now. Washington's only had one first quarter touchdown this season. That is not a very effective offense in the first half of games. Then so they got 2 tight ends, a wide receiver, and a running back with six guys on the line. And they hand it off to Gibson, and he only gets about 2 before he's thrown backwards. Bobby Wagner is having a fairly good game so far, which that's why they pay him. Washington chance for first blood. That's what I'm saying. But they're not very good at first quarter tutties, so I don't know. Let's see if they can. I'm gonna call it. I feel like it's gonna be a Logan Thomas pass to the end zone if they do score. Or if they don't hand it off. So they got Gibson who gets brought down short of the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and goal. My God, that cup is huge. This is my. I guess it's. I must have a small head. I'd rather be drafted by the Lions or Jets. At least they have good coaches. The Jags and Texans are coached terribly and lack talent everywhere except for a couple positions. I feel like that's a fair score, Geezer. That's not your cup, Tim. That's my cup. They got McKissick out wide. So he dropped back. He's rolling, and he throws it to McKissick for. It's going to be 4th and goal, so they're going to settle for 3. But, yeah, so they're going to go for 3 here. I agree, Rick. I think Dan Campbell, in a couple years, if they don't get rid of him, might do something good with the Lions. And the Jets have a young squad, and so that's why I feel like they're not very successful. But I have a lot of faith in Robert Saleh to help turn things up a little bit. He is awful in situational awareness and coaching, but he does have a lot of heart and passion for this team and this game. So I feel like if he grows with that team, then it could end up being good for them. I gotta update the score. I had high hopes for Dan Campbell, but he's in over his head. I mean, he's got a tough task taking over that team. Just the way that everything always goes for them. But yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. This team has pride, and that man was crying in an interview, and it was honestly kind of inspiring. And so I feel like if they keep most of those guys together and keep growing with them, that something good's gonna come out of it. Because this first half of the season, there was a lot of games that they could have won. And, they just have bad luck, like Justin Tucker kicking a 66-yard field goal. Like, this is stupid bad luck. I don't really like Jared Goff that much, but they've got a lot of decent players on that team. How's it going, Quizquam? It's nice to see you again. I don't think the Lions are gonna go any further down. I mean, they can't. They're the only winless team, but I can't believe the Browns never capitalized on their talent. Yeah, they were trending upwards, but now they're just kind of falling apart. I love the guy and hope he does well. Let's see how he does the draft. That's kind of what I was thinking. Obviously, they're not going to do much this year, except the only thing that they can do to screw themselves is win too many games at the end of the season. Which I think he's going to try to win even if, the first overall pick is on the line. I feel like he's still going to try to win. And but it all depends on what he does to improve this team in the offseason as to how well he's going to do. But I like the guy's passion and I respect it. And so for the Detroit fans, I hope something good comes out of him being there. So, oops, I did not put it on there. It's going to be a touchback, and Russ is going to be at the 25. There is that scoreboard. The Seahawks are on track for their first losing season in the Russell Wilson era. I mean, part of that's not his fault. I mean, he was out for like 4 weeks with a crooked finger. Freaky graphic from the ESPN. Yeah, always got it thinking that. With the fish. All right, 1st and 10, and they hand it off with Alex Collins. I believe his first name's Alex, and he gets about 2, maybe 3. We need more coaches in the NFL like Mike Ditka. Somebody last week said something like that. He deserves it. What he gets for not running the ball on the 1-yard line. Okay, it's gonna be 2nd and 8. But no, I refer back to that all the time. So they hand off again, and he gets much more this time, and so he's just short of the 1st down. I love when Washington has the yellow color on the Fox scoreboard. It looks so dope. They should do it again. Hell yeah. I feel like I like when yellow gets added into the mix of anything. I'll make my so it's gonna be 3rd and 1. I'll make my color yellow today. Oh, that's bright. So he doesn't hand it off and he throws it deep to Tyler Lockett, and he has got all kinds of green in front of him. That was a deep ball. About the 10-yard line now. Let's go. Can we get a more comforting yellow color? I kind of like that color. I'll leave that. I love the gold and maroon together too. But I love this maroon on maroon jersey combo. AFC North can be scary if Pittsburgh gets Rodgers. Russell Wilson throws and targets Lockett, but it goes over his head, so it's going to be 2nd and 10. And the Browns get Wilson. Oh, I didn't even consider Russ going to Cleveland. I keep thinking in my head that Deshaun Watson might end up in Cleveland. But that would be... I don't see Wilson leaving Seattle, but you never know. I really feel like Russ might not be there this year. But I don't know where he's going to end up if he does leave. But that would be very scary in the North. So they hand it off to Collins again. and gets about 6 yards, 5 yards, and he's down at the 5 yard line. It's gonna be third down. They could still get a first down here, but the first down mark's like on the 1 or 2 yard line. So there's 50 seconds left in the third. It's gonna be 3rd and 5. I never watched. I never watched the games. I always listen to them. LOL. I wonder why, Shane. Yeah, the first down marker's at the 1 yard line. I hate ESPN since they. I got you. He throws it into the end zone to this tight end Gerald Everett. I don't know. He just fit that thing right in there. So Seattle takes the first end zone trip or not the first trip, but the first successful trip. No, I feel the same way about Brady as they do with like people like LeBron James as well. And so I'm not a huge ESPN fan. Oops. And Jason Myers kicks the extra point, and it is good. So Gerald ever put 6 on the board, 7-3. Um, I screwed that up too. I'll fix that after the commercial break. Peyton Manning is my GOAT pick. That's exactly what I'm saying. I always keep a Manning jersey in here with me. Wilson wouldn't approve a trade to Cleveland because his wife would leave him, and Watson also has a no trade. Yeah, that's true. 9-0. Did I put 9-0 on there? Or did I say 9-0? Because I feel like I might have done that. It is 7-3. Seattle leads. Yeah. Well, Wilson, when he gave out 4 teams, I can't remember the 4 teams, but I feel like one of them was the Jets, one of them was Chicago, and I don't know where the other 2 were. Peyton Manning is always the GOAT pick. Shane said I'm ready for Ben to retire. I'm also ready for Ben to retire. Looks like Christian McCaffrey played his 2 games per season and can collect another 20 mil. Yeah, he's probably done for the year. I don't think Watson could get another team for say, hey, I'll just throw money to get everything settled if you trade me. He should have his way back in the league. Well, with Tua playing much better than he had been playing, I feel like Miami is becoming like less of like a likely scenario for Watson. I guess it depends on how their season finishes out. I could still see Watson ending up in the AFC West with Herbert and Mahomes at one of those teams. I don't know which team, but I don't know. I'm excited. I mean, I'm not ready for football to end, but I'm excited to talk about the offseason when it gets here because a lot of things could definitely happen relatively quickly after the Super Bowl. Have you ever seen Manning on Saturday Night Live? I have not, but what's up, Bobby Wynn? Yeah, I haven't seen him on there. I don't watch a lot of Saturday Night Live, and I feel like I take a lot of crap for that, but I've never really watched it. That was a nice pass to Gerald Everett, by the way. It's Russ's birthday. He's 33 years old. You're not missing much. Yeah, I don't watch too much TV, really. So he returns it from his own end zone and he gets to about the 33-yard line. I don't think SNL is funny. It was always a Mad TV kid. I remember Mad TV. Um yeah, I don't know. I just don't watch a lot of TV at all. Writers won't trade for Watson. Mark won't make that kind of trade. I think I still think Aaron Rodgers could end up in Denver or Vegas. There's a lot of quarterback movement I feel like that's going to happen shortly after the season ends, and I don't even know. So 14 seconds left in the first quarter. They're 1st and 10 on the 31, not 33, and then they run it with Gibson to get to about the 35, get gain of 4, and that is going to be the end of the first quarter. And we're going to go straight back the commercial again. Even though they came back from commercial break, ran one run, and here we are again. I want to Aaron at Broncos. Feel like that'd be most fun. SNL used to be funny. This is gold if you like Manning. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, see, I think Aaron Rodgers with the Broncos makes a lot of sense. It's kind of like Manning going to Denver, the whole with John Elway thing. Like, I could just see it. Man, the tie vote was really up there. Now it slipped down to 19. So Seahawks 27-24. I mean, yeah, that still could be. I don't know who's gonna win this game, honestly. But I think Rodgers in Vegas would be fun too. I don't want a new QB after this year. Carr's balled out with everything that's happened. No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Carr. I just a lot of QBs have been looking at Vegas since the Raiders moved there. So I could see if they made the right offer, them doing that. But I feel like Derek. No, there's nothing wrong with Derek Carr at all. Hey, what's up, Kenneth? It's nice to see you. Go Washington. That's what I'm saying too. Only reason he likes the Steelers because he said he really likes Mike Tomlin. Yeah, that's the only thing I could see him going to there because he already complains in Green Bay that he does well. I don't know if he's complained this year, but that he didn't have enough receivers, and there's not much there other than their rookie running back and maybe like Deontay Johnson. Yes, I'm definitely rooting for Washington today, Kenneth, so I'm excited. It's nice to see you over here for sure as well. I think the NFC East should just call themselves the WTF East as a whole, not even just Washington. So it's gonna be 2nd and 6 at the start of the second quarter. We got McKissick in the backfield, and Heineke is under pressure, but the football comes out and somebody catches it, but it's like Heineke didn't feel the pressure behind him. He was trying to throw it, and someone came up and caught him, and he got a 1-yard gain on that play. That was almost a fumble. That was I was gonna say that was a really accurate throw for the football being spinning the wrong direction that it's supposed to spin. Seattle could open up the pass game a little with some run game, but Washington has been hot as my dinner of late. So he throws it to Logan Thomas, but it's too far, and a flag comes flying out. It looks like pass interference from Sidney Jones the fourth. Yeah, Thomas ran out wide, and yeah, it was a very Hainsey play right there. So it was Heineke, like when he put his hands up, like leaned back, like I don't know, it's just funny. All right, so it's gonna be 1st and 10, 14-17 left in the second. And he fakes a handoff and then he's running and he throws it pretty much away. It was in the direction of Terry McLaurin, but there was not much there for him anyway. But I agree. I feel like Washington is heating up. I mean, ever since they beat Tom Brady, I've been fired up, and it's been exciting. But I always root for Washington for whatever reason. Game is going fast. It is going pretty fast. But Washington's running the ball quite a bit and dragging out their drives, so that'll run the clock. Then got McKissick in motion, but they throw a screen to Gibson, and he just gets stopped at the line for no gain, so it's going to be about 3rd and 10. See the poll. Your tie vote is slowly just dying. The Alex Smith reason. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to use that as my reasoning because it's the only one that makes sense. So they did give him a yard on that play. It didn't look like he got anything, but so it's going to be 3rd and 9. Heineke drops back, loads up deep for Terry McLaurin, and it just like went right through his hands. That would have been a deep play. There was no flags. It looks like there was potential for them to have called a flag, but it was on that Sidney Jones again that got the first pass interference call, but no flag. I'm okay with that no flag. He just missed him. That would have been deep. So they're going to punt it again from their own 51. Or 51. That was the dumbest thing I've said. 49. And he calls for a fair catch at the 9-yard line, and now it's going to be Seattle's ball. That was so stupid. I can't believe I said 51. And we're on commercial break. When we get back, Seattle start from their own 9-yard line. What about them Bengals yesterday? They just got the Steelers number, I guess. Hey, they did that. I mean, it was a pretty similar outcome when they played Baltimore this year too. So I feel good about that. But then they got blown out by Cleveland, that was dumb. But I'm fired up. The Bengals swept the Steelers for the first time in over a decade, and so since Carson Palmer era. So I'm excited about it. It's a huge win. You know, Cincinnati's winning the divisional battle. That was a spanking and a half. Yeah, I absolutely love the team they've built with Mixon and Chase and Higgins and Boyd and Uzoma and P. Ryan and what's the other guy? Evans in the backfield behind Mixon. It was just, I don't know, so much fun. I love seeing Joey B cook. I love seeing Joe Mixon run the ball and get almost 200 yards too. So I couldn't be more happy with the outcome of that game. And the defense played well. They made Ben Roethlisberger start thinking about retirement after that one. Yeah, I bet he's still feeling it today. He got beat up a little bit. That's a spanking and a half. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm not going to get my hopes up with them because I still don't trust the head coach. But I like the direction they're moving. I'm curious how the awards are going to go this year with the crazy season we're having. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the MVP race is up in the air for just about anybody. Rookie of the year, I feel like Jamar Chase had that locked down, but now I'm looking at Mac Jones. Like, he's probably going to be right there, and even Najee Harris for Pittsburgh. And defensive rookie of the year, I still think will go closer into Micah Parsons' direction, but Patrick Surtain is working his way up there. I don't know. It's going to be crazy. If you got to make a brand new team and pick any head coach, past or present, to help build you a team, who'd you want? I'd go with Tomlin 100%. I'd probably go with Belichick, honestly. I don't like him, but for the same reason that you probably would pick Tomlin, those two guys, Just kidding. I take Andy Reid, but I love Andy. Dan Campbell, Coach of the Year, easy. So Russ throws to a tight end, Will Dissly, for a first down, and they're moving a little quick here. 13 minutes left in the half. Wait, I missed something. Oops, I meant Rickenstein. I forgot my own husband's username. Paulo Pantalunith. Luke. He's probably I feel like if the Chargers can start winning again, that Brandon Staley has a solid chance for Coach of the Year, but I don't even know. So it's gonna be 2nd and 10. Tried to run the ball, but didn't get much. From their own 26 and a half. 26 and a half probably. 2nd and 10, it was a 2nd and 10, really low snap. Russ rolls out left, hits D. Eskridge. I saw the number 1 jersey, and I just don't recognize many number 1s, and still throws me off with Chase having number 1 for the Bengals, but a lot of movement, and all these guys are taking the number 1 jerseys, and I don't know the difference. I don't know who's who. But D. Eskridge got 3rd and 1, so he got close to the first down. I think D. Eskridge was that rookie receiver. So he tosses it outright, and he gets drugged down right before he gets back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 4th down. That was a great play by the Washington defense right there. So it's going to be either 4th and 1 or 4th and 2. I think he might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but I don't see him going for it. No, I think Matt Nagy's going to win Coach of the Year the way he's going. Oh, I thought you meant you forgot your husband's name, and I was like, damn, she's married. I would have stopped watching your channel. Just playing, by the way. No. I was just reading her comment. So they punted it away, and it looks like they're going to be starting at their own 5 or 6 now. I was just reading the comment. I think I might have missed a comment somewhere, but we're going back to commercial break, and then it will be Washington's ball. I think the front runner of the Coach of the Year has to be Matt LaFleur. I feel like he's definitely like in the top 3 options. I think Brandon Staley still has a chance. I think Harbaugh honestly has a chance. You know, they got 16 dudes on the IR, and they're still number 1 in the AFC right now. You know, I'm not saying he should win it, but I feel like he's doing a really good job this year. You know, it's too soon to tell who should win it. It's around that time of year where they like make those solid pushes and everything gets mixed up. I would stop watching your channel. That's so funny. Coach of the Year might be Vrabel if we can pull it together. I think Vrabel, honestly, if they clean up after their loss yesterday, is still a good option. Is if they can keep winning without, you know, Brown, Jones, and Henry. I wouldn't be mad about him winning at that point. Oh yeah, I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve it. LaFleur's done a really good job, despite what some people had thought in the offseason. I think there's definitely a couple of coaches that are up there. It would be the Jags 50-0. My confidence will be restored. Man, watch out for the Jags. Matt just needs to be better with red zone plays. Well, I think the Packers and LaFleur is gonna be fine. Plus, their defensive coordinator is doing a fantastic job. Yeah, I would watch out for the Jags, man. Like, I don't even know. So the Washington starts with Antonio Gibson on the ground and gets about 4, maybe 5. I just feel like Jags don't scare me. Gotta hope the Titans win. I just feel like the Jags are like secretly kind of home wreckers, like the Jets have been this year. They beat teams that need wins. They go right back to Gibson. It's gonna be third down. He's about a yard or two, about 2 yards short, 3 yards short of the first down. The Titans should be okay to pull through that game. I don't think they should let their loss this weekend bring them down going into the Jags. Hi, Alex. Is Seattle or Washington football team winning? Washington, sorry. I tried to. Jags are not good. I'm not saying that they're good, but, they held the number one scoring offense to a field goal or two. So there's going to be a flag. On the defense here. I'm not I'm not trying to hurt your team. I'm just saying that I feel like that you can't just not take this game seriously. I'm telling the Titans they can't not take this game seriously. And I think Vrabel knows that. I think he's a smart guy. So because of the 5-yard penalty, the defense lined up in the neutral zone. It's gonna be a first down. But I really just feel like you gotta make myself feel better if we crap the bed again. I understand. Heineke drops back. He throws it to Scary Terry and gets the first down, moving the chains. This year is just crazy because of how many teams are nebulous in their ability. Honestly, any team can seriously win any game, and it freaks me out. And with this, why are you laughing at me? This season has probably been the craziest season as a whole that I've ever watched. They hand it off to DeAndre Carter, and he gets hit hard by Jamal Adams with a gain of 4, 5. I don't know. I have any any team except for the Lions. Any team that's not cursed with extremely bad luck. Gruden gonna do everything to get Goodell booted out of the NFL. I did see where they were suing. He was suing the NFL and suing Roger Goodell. I don't know how far it's gonna make it, but 2nd and 6, he passes quickly and gets a first down and more to Curtis Samuel. Washington's moving now. Let's see if they can put it in the end zone this drive. There's 7:40 left in the half. I think the Pats are going to the Super Bowl after they beat the Titans with Mac Jones and Bill Belichick's coaching this year. We're a shoe-in, I think. I feel like it's probably going to be Brady versus Belichick again because that's what the world wants, the way it's going. I'm ready to watch the Patriots versus Bills game because I feel like it's going to be a good game. So Heineke fakes the handoff, and now he's under a lot of pressure. He avoids the sack, and he keeps running and slides down after a gain of 3 or 4. That was a lot in one play, but very mature play by Heineke to not Take that sack and get out of there. There's definitely loads of unknown corruption in the league. Any system that handles so much wealth will mostly have bad stuff going on. I couldn't agree more. That's how I feel about basically all sports in general. A lawsuit is tied into the owner of Washington football team and his front office. Yeah, I knew it had something to do with that too, but I've just been trying to stay out of that because I don't really know what's going on. So it's 2nd and 7, and they hand it off to Gibson. He doesn't make it, but more than maybe a yard. I just thought it was hilarious that none of it's like hilarious, but I wake up one day and it's like Gruden's fired, and then like, oh, okay, I'm a dummy. I never switched the I'm glad you said that because yeah, Seattle is winning, but I never switched it from when Washington had the 3-0 lead. So I'm glad you said something. Sorry about that. Okay, you. There we go. I meant to and I started doing it and then I got talking and I forgot to switch it. We're on commercial break right now, by the way. But yeah, like I said, I thought it was funny. I wake up one day, it's like Gruden's fired. And I was like, okay. And then I go on with my day and I wake up the next day and it was obviously more time than that, but I was like, Gruden suing the NFL. I was like, well, that didn't take very long. Yeah, when you asked me who's winning, I just read off of what I put, even though I knew that was wrong. So I'm sorry about that. Whoop. Just knocked everything around a little bit. We're almost to halftime. Then I will take the poll down. Looks like you're is it at? Looks like your tie vote is going down, geezer. I wish it was Washington winning. That's exactly what I'm saying. They got time. They're driving right now. Too much UI for Alex to handle. I feel like there's a lot going on today, and I'm just like, I don't know, my brain's all over the place. And as far as my dad didn't come in here, I think he's doing like a short live stream on his metal detecting channel for like 15 minutes, but I thought I don't remember what time it was supposed to be, and then he was gonna come over here, but I don't think I've seen him in here yet. He might come in through halftime though. He usually tries to. So it's gonna be 3rd and 6. Heineke throws to Curtis Samuel? No, Adam Samuel for the first down. He is finishing up. How much time do we have left before the half? It's going to be 5:52 left before the half. He said he'll be on later. Okay, see, I thought he was going to come back up. I just wasn't sure. Where's Doggo? Well, my doggos are sleeping right now and I can't let them in this room because they're double my size and will destroy everything because of their size, but I'm sure his doggo isn't too far away from him. 1st and 10, they hand it off to Gibson. He only gets about a yard. I'm not happy with how he got booted, but John had too much power with the Raiders, and his play calling was just bad. Yeah, I'm not happy with how that situation played out, but I can see where you're coming from as well. Yeah, that was just a crazy situation. Everything that's happened with the Raiders this season is just insane. I'm honestly impressed with how they're holding together still because they've got a decent team, honestly. 2nd and 9, Heineke drops back, loads up in the middle to, oh, he hits Logan Thomas in the hands and it pops up in the air, and another Washington player like goes to make the tackle to try to avoid the interception, but Jamal Adams comes down with it, and so it's gonna be a turnover. At least it was a deep ball and not a short pass. So it's gonna be Seattle's ball down about the 11, 12 yard line. NFL will be cutting Gruden a big check someday soon. I was kind of thinking that because I don't know. I thought the whole situation ended up being weird. I don't know what he actually said, what he actually did. I don't know what any either side, what happened. But I felt like the whole situation was handled very, very strange. So first turnover of the game is caused by Seattle. Still a relatively low scoring game. See, I anticipated this being much higher than it has been. Holding on with super glue and duct tape. Yeah, but I mean, it's got to be super strong glue and duct tape because they're still. I'm honestly really impressed between the Gruden situation, the Ruggs situation, that other issue they had with that player, just everything. Like, they've been more than admirable for like sticking together and keep going. Yeah, I chat with Shane. Yeah, he said he was gonna talk with you. Funny how they only fired one guy, not the others that were mentioned. See, that's what I'm saying. I felt like the whole situation was way too weird for me, and that's why I like didn't dig too deep into it because I did not want to get mentally invested in that situation. But I was just something just didn't add up. Something didn't feel right about it. Like if he did what everything he was accused of, then I understand why he was fired. But there was a lot of people involved, and so I don't know. I don't agree with anything. All right, we're on commercial now. When we get back, Seattle's going to be taking over from their own red zone off the pick from Jamal Adams, which was a great play by Adams, but man, that other Washington player, I couldn't tell who it was, not Logan Thomas, because it went straight up in the air after it hit his hands. Um, he tried so hard to avoid that from being a pick, and he did a great job trying to do so, but it just like Adams is just too good, man. So it's Jamal Adams' second interception this season, which is his career high. And both of his interceptions are in the last 3 games. He might set a record this year. I feel like Jerry was probably in that text chain, but I don't know. I mean, I understand. Russ loads up deep to Lockett for the catch. So he just made up all of that ground. Like, I think they might be in Washington territory. That was a 39-yard grab. He caught that on the 50-yard line. So yeah, that was a deep ball from Russ. Not as deep as his normal whatever they call them, moon balls from Russ. But Lockett's already got 96 yards on 3 receptions this game. So he fakes a handoff. Russ is rolling left, throws it to the running back, and it's fumbled. I think it might have been recovered by Seattle. No, it looks like Washington recovered the ball. Okay, this is getting messy like last night. Now there's a flag on the field. Wow. Seattle coming back. Tighten up, Washington. You right though. You right. Well, I thought Washington got the ball back, but then there's a flag. We got to see the flag first. Oh, he just punched it right out of Collins. Punched it out of Collins' hands. All right, so it's Washington's football. Big, but the offense had a holding penalty either way. Turnover City. It's back to back from last night. Dang. All right, this game's getting fun again. In all honesty, the NFL needs to cut ties with Goodell if they're going to stay on top of the league because The Rock going to bring the real football back with the XFL. Honestly, I enjoy the XFL. Heineke is in trouble and he avoids the sack and he throws it to Logan Thomas for a gain of about. What? Now they're saying no catch. The referees are arguing with each other. I don't usually see the refs arguing with each other. One of them says catch and the other one says no catch. That was a great play by Heineke avoiding the sack. Okay, that's definitely a catch. He got both feet in bounds. Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? Alright, so it's going to be 1st and 10. Okay, they're showing the replay. Yeah, he had the toe drag swag. This game's heating up for both of these teams right now. 3:30 left in the second, so they better get to moving. Both teams, Seattle has 2 timeouts, Washington has 3. He throws a screen to Gibson and gets about 10. Heineke out here performing. Yeah, I know. I low key really like him. Like I said, I liked him earlier, but I mean he's not like my top favorites, but I do enjoy him. Ooh. So it's gonna be 2nd and 1. So he got 9 on that screen. And then they hand it off right back to him, and he does not get there. Heineke's a quick little guy. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 now. And they go right back to the ground game, and they try it again. Looks like he got it, but it was real close, so both refs are showing 1st down. So the chains move here. 1st and 10 on Seattle's 49. All right, there's 2:13 left. The clock's rolling. See if they get a snap off before the 2-minute warning here. Looks like they might hold off. Nope, they were trying to get him to jump, but. So we're at the 2-minute warning now. The score is still 7-3. A lot just happened in like 2 minutes of play. But that was exciting, so we're getting ready to roll into halftime. Let's see if either team can put up some points before we do it. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is, Rob. How's it going, my guy? We got a fun one in Washington tonight, Rob. Well, it got fun. They started getting messy. I don't know if you're watching it. 2 back-to-back turnovers. A pick and a fumble. We're on commercial, and we get back to the 2-minute warning. Oh, Rob, who you got winning this game? You probably want Washington to lose after what they did to your Bucks, but that's okay. No, we were watching episode 3 of Yellowstone. Actually, no killing tonight. You took Seattle, okay. A lot of people I work with have been suggesting for me to watch Yellowstone. I just haven't got a chance because I worked the last couple days and then I've been on here since then, basically. But I will definitely check that out when I get time to. Maybe a Tuesday or Wednesday when there's not much going on. But I know on Tuesday, so tomorrow, there's an IU basketball game, and my dad will be on here streaming. Denise and I go against my sister and her wife every year head to head. A steak and lobster dinner's on the line. What do you mean you go against her? I'm confused. You'll have to elaborate for me. But steak and lobster, that's a big deal. So Washington's owned the time of possession 20 minutes to 7:41 of Seattle, but all right, so they go to the ground with McKissick, and they get a second. They're on second down now. We pick games every week. Okay. Who's winning right now? We're down 7 games right now. Oh. So how do you do it? Do you each pick all the games for each week and whoever gets the most right? Heineke is brought down and loses about 4 yards. He couldn't escape that time. Allergic to shellfish, I'll have steak. I mean, I don't know that I've ever had lobster, but I do love me some steak. I think I might have had lobster mac and cheese once. I don't remember. Seattle's defense has played fairly well this game. So it's going to be 3rd and 9. A minute 31 left in the half. We all pick winners or losers. Okay. We better get it together, Robert. You don't want to lose that. All right, so Heineke's alone in the backfield. Lobster mac and cheese. I don't know if I ever have or not. I might have made that up. Heineke loads it up, but overthrows Terry McLaurin. I like lobster, but it's still just sea spider. I don't know. I like mac and cheese a lot, and that just sounded right, but I don't know if I've ever had lobster. Yeah, Seattle's defense tightened up right here, so Washington's gonna have to punt. Oh, well, there's a flag. Minute 27 left. Let's see what the flag is gonna be for. Real lobster's way different than it in mac and cheese. Oh, I mean, even if I had it, I don't even know if it. I don't remember it, obviously. So if I did, I don't even know if I liked it or not. Anyways, I'm not a huge seafood person in general, but I'm always down to try new stuff. I don't know what's going on right here. So there was a hold on the defense before the pass was thrown. And so now it's going to be a first down for Washington. I'm not sure I see the hold. But it's 1st and 10 now. A minute 27 left. They're in Seattle territory. They should be able to get at least 3 on this drive. But Seattle's defense has tightened up this drive, so I could see another turnover too. As long as Heineke doesn't try to force anything. All right, Heineke drops back. He steps up. He's getting chased. And now he's running, and he gets about 7 of those 10. And now there's a flag, so I think that's coming back for a hold. Love seafood, lobster, shrimp, scallop, blue crabs, you name it. Originally from Maryland. Well, you're from Maryland and you live in Tampa, so you're in. Oh, there's a foul by both teams, so there's a hold on the offense. And there's a hold on the defense. So they're just gonna replay the down. But you're from Maryland and live in Tampa, so you've been surrounded by seafood for a long time. So I understand that you love it. I live in Indiana, so real seafood around here is expensive, and you don't find it at that many places. So now there's a minute 16. It's first and 10. Offsetting suckage. You're right. Hey, Rick. All right, Heineke's dropping back, and he throws into the middle of the field, and that's DeAndre Carter for a first down and 6 extra. 16 yards on that play, and they're rolling. It's a minute left. There's a flag. Oh, so Seattle got hit with rushing the passer too, so they're going to add 15 yards onto that. No, I wouldn't call Indiana a seafood hotbed. Yeah, see, I've never see Indiana, Kentucky both times. I have not been around a lot of it in my life. Seafood's getting expensive everywhere. I feel like all meat's getting expensive everywhere right now. All right, so there's a minute and 10. I feel like they added more time to the clock. The Seahawks only had 2 penalties last week versus the Cardinals, and they already have 4 this game. This game's getting messy. Like, I thought it was messy with the turnovers, but it's just getting messy in general now. See, this is where Washington needs to capitalize for 7. So they hand it off to McKissick, and they get about 4 yards there. It's going to be second down on the 10-yard line. Milk is $6. I always forget where you live. I was like, it's not $6, but it's probably about $3 here. I would never pay $6 for a gallon of milk. I just go without milk. That's just so much. So it's going to be second and 7 on the 10-yard line. A minute and 3 left in the half. So now that they're back in the end zone, I'm going to call it again to targeting Logan Thomas in the end zone because it makes a lot of sense to me. Okay, so they throw a screen to McKissick. Oh, nope, he's going to walk right into the end zone. Beer is cheaper and more fun than milk. I'm not a beer fan, but beer does not upset my stomach quite as much as milk does, so I'll have to agree with you there. All right. Second tutty of the game goes to J.D. McKissick and the Washington football team to take the lead before the half. We'll see if Seattle can do anything and make it a little more interesting. Oh, his field goal was blocked. And the kicker tried to. Dude, this game is getting crazy. And he goes back. Oh, it's a tie ball game. 56 seconds left. Yo. I don't drink much anymore, Puppet Master, so I understand. If you want to talk about food being expensive, it costs $90 to fill up my car. Jeez. It's getting close to, like, I would say 40 right now. Yeah, that was a big boy. He brought it all the way back for that extra 2 points, too. They said it was only the second extra point blocked all season. That guy just stood in front of whoever was coming back chasing him. He was running in front of him with his hands like this just so he couldn't reach him. Like, what a teammate, man. He let the big guy go. So now this game is tied. Never drink soda and alcohol. Puke material. Yes, this game is a mess. Kenneth, you're right. Tie ball game. 56 seconds left in the half. Let's see what happens here. Crazy. Seattle only has one timeout left. And he gets a decent return after the kick. The one pick I don't pick a tie. NFL trash. I know what is coming, so I just watch the things that happen in this world, especially as of late, and chuckle. Fair enough. Yeah, they hit their kicker got hurt on that blocked point. That's probably not good for Washington. They've struggled with kickers too. All right, Russ throws to the middle to Everett for about 8. A week break from football. Go Pack, go. Is Green Bay on a bye? He just overthrew Everett, so it's going to be 3rd and 2 now. 32 seconds left. He probably did that on purpose, just stop the clock. But he did have pressure. The score is 9-9. Yes. Because it was 7, and then they scored that touchdown, and the blocked extra point gave Seattle 2 points. Okay, I didn't know that this week was Green Bay's bye, but it's probably not a bad time for them to have a bye, too. Yeah, they should take the lip of oil from the Gulf now and stop the hurricanes. Hand off to Collins, looked like. And he stopped. He got nowhere. But he's going to be just a little short, and it's going to be 4th down. Good for Aaron's COVID toe. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's probably a really good time for that. Let him get healthy. I think they said he wasn't going to have surgery on it, or at least not until the end of the season if he doesn't have to. He seemed to be doing all right after that during that Rams game. There's going to be 20 seconds left. They said they're scrapping this half. He said this score doesn't feel like it should be 9-9. It doesn't. They're right though. Seattle's defense cleaned up a lot in the second quarter, so this score could have been a lot different. That's how I felt about Arizona too. I felt like their bye week came at a good time this week. All right, 23 seconds. They added 3 seconds left. It's 4th and 1, and they're going for it. They're only 1 for 6 this year on 4th down. COVID toe. Have you not heard about that, Dad? There he is. I'm gonna be surprised if they actually hand it off here, though, because Seattle hasn't been running the ball too great. But he's lined up like he's going to. Nope, they call a timeout. They're not going to run the play. So they might end up. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna punt it. I didn't think they would go for it. Not right now, the way this game's going so far. Cincinnati's going to be playing Houston on Saturday at 4. Fractured. Yeah. COVID toe. It's COVID toe. You coming in for halftime, Dad? This punter for Seattle, I've seen him do some crazy stuff this year. And it's going to be inside their own 10. They're probably going to run the ball once. No, Obi Win, he just got back last night about 1 or 2 in the morning. He was on here earlier on our first stream, but he might come in during the half. But he's finally home. I'm real excited about it, so we can hang out some more. I know on Mondays is his busiest YouTube day of the week for his other channel. Mondays and Thursdays, coincidentally, two of the bigger days for this channel too. So he's a busy man. All right, 16 seconds left. They're just going to kneel it. Smart. So now it's going to be halftime. I didn't expect this game to be tied at half, especially this score. And Seahawks receive after the half. So let's see. Halftime. Glad he made it back safe. Yeah, I'm glad he made it back safe. I'm glad he's home. It's always weird for me when he's out of town. Not even with just YouTube, just in general. It's always just strange. Probably no raid today, so you can keep your sanity. LOL, Gossy Posse. We made it to the half without any more craziness. I mean, kind of. It was crazy all the way up till then. So, but I'm excited to see what the second half has in store for us. We'll pull up some stats while this thing is on halftime and compare them. Solo Crossy raid. Yeah, Dad, Tom's not streaming today, so I don't think that's gonna happen. All right, so Russ is 8 for 11, 145, and a touchdown. QBR of 145. We love our raids, though. Yeah, you guys are awesome. I mean, that first time he came over here really messed me up. I was like, I have no idea what's going on. And then when he raided yesterday, I was a little bit more prepared. I mean, I wasn't prepared. I was completely took off guard, but it was definitely super funny. And I always got to go back over and show him some love because that was an insane experience both times. You guys are crazy. Kitty goes meow. I have kind of subconsciously adopted y'all as fam. Look forward to the streams. That's how I feel about the Grassy Posse as well. You rarely raised the same channel twice, so that was great to see. I was genuinely shocked because I was like, I didn't expect that to ever happen again. Mick Kitty goes to Bengals. That'd be awesome. Oh, yeah. So Heineke is 16 for 21. 16 out of 21 for 120, a touchdown, an interception, and a sack with 85 QBR. Groosey Poosey. Good peeps. I don't know why that was so funny to me. Tim's cat alley goes meow. See, rushing. Where's the. There we go. This looks better. So Seattle's got a 145, and Washington's got 116 passing yards. Seattle's got 14 rushing yards, and Washington has 62. This is an interesting stat. Seattle's only ran 18 plays, and Washington has ran 42. The score is 9-9. That's just insane. We'll tell Tom to keep rating you. I appreciate that. It was a lot of fun both times, and I don't know. I have no words to like how that made me feel and what had happened with that, because it was just crazy. I don't know, but I would definitely like to meet that man. And a lot of people have told me to reach out to him and try to do something with him. So in the near future, I will probably do that just to see um, if he says anything, because he seems like a really good dude and he's really funny. So I appreciate that a whole lot. He's French now, too. We're all family now. You know, I love the Grassy Posse, and especially the ones I hang out with in the Blood fam. But we're all sports fans inevitably, so that makes us all football especially, but sports bring the world together. So we're all family for sure. There is a fly in here, and I have no idea how that happened. I haven't seen flies since before it got cold. Was so inspired by the kitty goes meow. I may or may not bought the .com today. Super cool. It really has helped us in a lot of way. Yeah, definitely. I couldn't agree more with what my dad said. Like, I'm super, super grateful and super appreciative for everything he's done. All family. Yeah, for sure, Dave. His humor is a mix of crazy and nuts. I think that's why I like it, because, like, he gives me, like, total Jim Carrey vibes, and, like, I don't know, I just appreciate the, like, wild sense of humor and everything. I hate an out of place winter fly. I have no idea where that fly came from. Like, I've never seen a fly in this room before, ever. But I haven't seen flies in general in like 2 months. His stand up is pretty good too. He does stand up comedy. I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, Kenneth, this is exactly the first time I saw him. I was like, Jim Carrey vibes. Ghost fly. That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's not real. Maybe it's in my head. Well, let me just pull this halftime report back up. There's not a whole lot really to talk about. I mean, Washington's had the ball almost the entire time. Seattle's barely had it. The score's tied. It doesn't make sense. Football logic doesn't make sense, but it's a game. Yeah, he came out with an album called Allergic to Fun. Check out the carbon monoxide detector. I'll write them down with my list. I have a couple of bands that some of the Grossi Posse and some of you I think in here tonight suggested to me, that which I'm going to get caught up on tomorrow. If there are fake flies, that is a real symptom. Oh, I thought you were talking about like a stand-up comedy bit called Check the Carbon Monoxide Detector. Yeah, I it took me a second. I'm going to check out Allergic to Fun. Tom Grassi. We suggesting bands now? We were in here suggesting bands yesterday. I can't remember if you were in here. I know you suggested something to me, I thought. I wrote down everybody. Band recommendation. I can't talk today. Porcupine Tree. I will check my carbon monoxide detector, though, tonight. Because that's not a bad idea to check on anyway. Porcupine Tree. Second half, that top stat will come back to haunt Seattle. Yeah. I agree right there. I mean, if you want to throw some suggestions at me, I will check out everything anybody suggests. For dumb humor, it's Mitch Hedberg for me. For more thought-provoking comedy, it's George Carlin. I just appreciate all aspects of comedy. The dumb humor, the well-thought-out humor. I like to laugh. Witty humor. I think we have a carbon monoxide detector, doesn't all houses? Isn't that what went off in our neighbor's house that one time? And why are we checking it? Well, there was a fly in here, and I haven't seen flies in a long time. So they suggested that it's a ghost fly, and I guess that is a real thing. And they suggested we check the carbon monoxide detector. So we'll do that tonight. I don't know if it was a real fly, but now that they keep saying ghost fly, I don't know where I haven't seen it since it was like right here in my face. And I've never seen a fly in here before. There was a fly in the house the other day. Where do these flies come from? Oh, okay. Let me write these down. Puppet Master. Chakran. Mainly instrumentals. If you like vampiric black metal. I don't know if I've ever listened to vampiric black metal, but I'll check it out. Siebenbergen. Do you like a lot of foreign bands? Because that's what these names sound like. Kind of like the band Ginger. I'm pretty sure they're foreign. And I don't think I made that up. Death. Is it called Death and Wretched, or two bands separately like Death and Wretched? Wretched. Not wretched. Wretched. Every house should have a. Yeah, see, I thought we had one. But when we take the dogs out, they've been coming in. Isn't it supposed to be too cold for flies? See, that's what I'm saying. I haven't seen flies in a while. Flies should be dying. It's cold. It's all the flies y'all killed. They're haunting you. I don't even think I have a fly swatter. Ginger. Yeah, I actually like their like instrumentals. One of the guys at the casino that I work with actually recommended Ginger to me. Every genre has some good music, and every genre has many bad tunes. Yes. Wretched and another band named Death. Okay, I wasn't sure if there was one or two bands. Death, the pioneers of death metal. There's a lot more genres of metal than I thought. Like vampiric black metal. I have never heard of that genre. What's going on, Gene? How's it going? You watching any football? I know you guys are doing Monday digs right now. I've been trying to keep up. I have to usually go back and rewatch them later because we get into some interesting conversations in here, and I don't have the mental capacity to watch those YouTube videos at the same time. But I'll come back over and check out your stuff later. But how's it going, Gene? This game is horrible. I think it's awesome. There's about 200 subgenres of metal. I mean, I would have said there was probably about 20. That's a lot. I heard. Wait, I'm missing some of you. Oh well, clowncore if you want something different. I don't know if I want to dig into clowncore. I heard water sprinklers are spraying at suites of if that's probably true. Um I know that they had like a sewage issue one time in there. I listened to about 180 of them. That's impressive. I bet this second half is going to be good. Oh, I'm fired up for it. I'm ready. Seattle should be receiving the kick on this start. Third corner. Yeah, it was ball. Unless there's a turnover. Thought tonight would be a high scoring game. I know. I was thinking that we talked about that earlier, and 9-9. You will have to come up with a group name for your fans as your channel grows and start sending out raids to other channels. Blood raid. Absolutely. If our channel gets big enough, we will definitely do that just for the pure fact of giving back because of the inspiration from Tom Grossi. I don't know. Blood raid sounds a little violent, though. Washington's defense is doing great for all the injuries they have currently. Guys that are out for the season. All right, so he returned it back to about the 30-ish, but now there's a flag down. We'll think on it, go KU, but we're going to be working on changing a couple of things up by the first of the year, try to make everything look a little better, nicer, and start doing a little bit more to do better. Nah, Blood Raid, perfect. Starting of a metal band. Yes. If I ever start a metal band, I will name them that just in honor of this conversation. All right, so there was a hold on the receiving team, and it's going to be a 10-yard penalty on that. So the Washington kicker has sprained his hamstring on that blocked extra point play. Blood Raid. Blood Raid sounds fun. I just feel like if you rated the wrong person, they would probably be like mentally scarred. So he dumps it off to the right to, it looks like they're running back for a gain of 2 or 3. Russell Wilson, that is. I just feel like he would scar somebody. They were like, oh my God, what's a blood raid? And like, probably just shut down the stream. Like, so 2nd and 8. You got Collins in the backfield. And they hand it off and get about 3 or 4 more. I like the way you think, though, Puppet Master. Gotta step out for 5, BRB. Take your time, Quizquam, I understand. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 now. Let's see who Russ goes to with this. All right, they got the tight end in motion. And he throws it to the tight end, but doesn't connect, so it's going to be 4th and 4. So that was an interesting stat. DK Metcalf was not targeted one time in the first half. Like, why not, though? Like, all right, so we're going to get a punt here unless someone jumps. Oh, he muffed the punt. I think he got it back, but he muffed the punt. Shoo. This thing got about got interesting for Seattle. Tomorrow night, Big Ten versus ACC Challenge, Indiana versus Syracuse. Oh, yeah, Dad will be live in here tomorrow night. If anybody likes some good old college ball, basketball, that is, he's going to be doing play-by-play. His play-by-plays are a little different than the NFL ones, obviously, because there's a lot more stoppages in football. But there's usually a decent crowd in there, and we have a lot of fun talking about football. He gets real animated in there, and so if anybody is bored and needs somewhere to hang out at about 7, I probably that's where he'll be. I'll be over there making sure the scoreboard stays intact, or make sure everyone stays up to date with the score, that is. But I'm trying to get him a scoreboard set up so he doesn't have to, and I don't have to type the scores in. Basketball scores move a little quicker than football. I couldn't do it like I do this. This is much more simple and easy. Just putting up a banner for football. Also, I didn't say it, but we're on commercial break again. BRB. Okie dokie. He'd probably get ejected again for throwing a tantrum. Oh my gosh, Baker Mayfield commercials make me so mad. They're funny sometimes. Just the first time, though. But they make me mad because he makes me mad. But IU basketball has been a lot of fun to watch this year. They're 6-0 right now. Baker is a better actor than quarterback. That's exactly how I feel. Especially lately. Yeah, the Kenneth. I'm glad we're all on the same page here. One of my best friends, who actually is my neighbor, they live right across the street and we work together and everything. He's like a huge, huge, huge Browns fan and Baker Mayfield fan. And I'm nice to him, but Geico commercials are still better than Progressive. Yes, Luke. All right, Heineke gets it away to Terry McLaren, and he's got so much room for about 23 yards. Gain of 20. And it looks a little bit more than that, but that was a great play because Heineke was about to get taken down, or that was going to be a fumble. It was close. Yeah, see, I laugh at them because they're funny, but I hate them because they're him. All right, it's going to be 1st and 10. Washington's rolling. They are on their own 46. They hand it off to Curtis Samuel for about 4 yards. So Curtis Samuel's on a snap count. I guess he's a little banged up. As much as I always talk good about Washington, I'm not completely up to date with going on. I know they've had a lot of issues with keeping their offensive line healthy. I know Chase Young's out. The Geico advert department is massively underpaid. I understand and agree. So 2nd and 6, they hand it off again to Gibson. So it's going to be about 3rd and 2 yards. Yeah, I do enjoy Geico commercials, but I feel like I always have. They've had some good ones for a long time. So he throws it to, I forgot his name, DeAndre Carter. And it looked like it almost hit the ground, but he managed to get the catch and get the first down. Washington's had 18 first downs in this game. Seattle's only had 4. This game's been so one-sided in Washington's favor that you feel like the score should be like 30-3. So they fake the handoff. Heineke loads up to Carter again, but it hits him right in the hands and he just doesn't catch it. He's covered by Sidney Jones, that's his name, the guy that got called for the PI earlier. It was great coverage. I'm just not sure why he didn't catch it. He just kind of did this with his hands instead of went around the football. So it's going to be second and 10, 11:03 left in the third quarter. And Washington's just outside of field goal range, but they're probably going to try to avoid field goals right now. So they hit Carter this time, and they get about 8 yards, so it's going to be third and 2. I think they said their punter has kicked extra points, but he's never attempted a actual field goal attempt in the NFL. He's third and 1. They hand it off to look like McKissick. And it's going to be first and 10. Yeah, the Washington is moving pretty quickly right here, which is probably good. Catch Seattle off guard a little bit and keep that defense moving because it looks like they're wearing down just a little bit. And it's too early in the game for the Seattle defense to wear down, but they've been on the field the whole game, it feels like. So Heineke drops back. He throws to Gibson. Gibson spins and misses another tackle to get the first down. My mom has an unhealthy dislike of Flo in the other commercials. It's crazy. Oh, you can't hate Flo. She's crazy, man. It's funny. Being a sports fan, though, I hate commercials. If it was just TV, I feel like it wouldn't bother me, but when you're watching sports, it's awful. I like to see anyone play quarterback with the same injuries Baker has right now. I'm not disregarding that. He's a tough kid. So they hand off to Gibson, and he breaks a tackle and gets some room and goes out at the 10-yard line. She does. I don't get it. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, she can get annoying if you watch the same commercial over and over again, but I laugh usually. Yeah, Baker's impressive based on his drive and will to play, but sometimes I think he's hurting himself by not sitting out sometimes. But I understand. I understand why he is the way he is. He wants to win. He wants to be the guy. I can't blame him. So it's first and goal on the 10. And they fake the handoff to Gibson. Gibson misses the tackle and he just throws it away. Every time I see commercials, I mentally write down the product and make sure I never buy from them. Oh, man. Second and goal, 8:35 left in the third. Still on the 10-yard line. Washington needs 7 here. Ken Norton is an overrated defensive coordinator. J.D. McKissick gets another touchdown. I said they needed a tutty, and McKissick puts it in again. 10-yard touchdown run. Anybody who has him in fantasy is probably happy right now. So I'm curious if they're going to attempt the extra point or if they'll try to go for 2. Nice, yes. It was a really nice run. It looked really similar to the first touchdown run. Okay, so they're going to go for 2. They've had 12 consecutive failed 2-point conversion attempts, which is the longest streak in NFL history. So they hand it to Gibson, and they get in for the 2. Oops. Let's get this scoreboard updated. So it's going to be 17-9, and it'll be Seattle's ball. Seattle better get something going on offense because their defense is beat. They've had some long drives this whole game, every time. Seattle's ball. Oh, they just broke their streak. I prefer Flo over Jan from the Toyota commercials. I agree with you. I forgot about Jan. I haven't seen that many Toyota commercials in a while. Sweet. I'm excited. I'm surprised that they're doing everything on the ground. I'm glad I didn't start Heineke because he's not throwing into the end zone at all. But I did start Cam Newton, so Heineke's probably doing a little bit better anyway. My Dynasty League, I don't have a solid number one quarterback that I can rely on. If any good quarterbacks go into the draft, I might draft one this year, but I don't know. I'm probably going to draft a running back. I feel Jan and Flo got to be sisters. I want to strangle them both. They could be. They got the same kind of energy. Let's see what we got. We're on commercial break. We'll come back for kickoff for Seattle. I just forgot their name for a second. The Sea Chickens. I feel like on this app I use to stream these games, the commercials are literally exactly the same for every single commercial break, every single football game. And I think that's why I'm so annoyed with commercials lately, because it's been like the same 5. And I'm just like, I can't take it anymore. This YouTube tab does not want to load for me. Jane and Flo gotta be sisters. All right, so we're at kickoff now. I just realized that this guy is a left-footed kicker for Washington. So they're going to return it from about the 3-yard line. He's out at the 25, 26. He gets down to about the 30. That was D. Eskridge. It looks like there might be a fight. There's whistles going like crazy. Need Washington football team in the banner. You're just catching everything. Yeah, I appreciate you. It was a tie for so long that I forgot to add the winner. I'm doing a very poor job today, so I definitely apologize. So they start off on the ground and get nothing. But I got that updated. So it's going to be second down. There's 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Washington is ahead by 8. All right, so they got Collins lined up in the backfield again. They fake the handoff. He tosses a screen to Everett, the tight end, and gets, I would say, 7 there. It's going to be third and short. Washington defense has cleaned up the last month because they were horrible starting off this season for 6 games. They were bad as the Chiefs. I don't know. I think the Chiefs might have been worse at the beginning of the season, but everyone's tightening up. It sucks that they lost Chase Young. He's a heck of a player, man. Hopefully he comes back stronger, though, from that knee injury. So Russ, throws towards Eskridge and nearly picked off, and it's going to be 4th and 3rd. Their defense is going to get punished for this lack of time of possession. Jackson 1 big injury away from becoming RG3 2.0. I've been saying that. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like he's getting really close. And if he takes one bad hit, that's exactly what's going to happen. All right, so Michael Dixon is punting it away, and it's coming down. It bounces, and they pick it up at about the 25-yard line. I mean, I hate to see that happen, but I really feel like Lamar Jackson's one hit away. Right there with you, Puppet. I hate commercials. Oh, man, I do too. I used to work with Fox Sports back in the early 2000s running the commercials for their programming. Regular ads are bad enough, but on the late night or day shift, we always had infomercials. That's even worse. Will Metcalf get himself ejected before this game is over? It's definitely possible. I mean, they're not going to be missing anything because, like, look at, he hasn't been targeted. He hasn't been doing anything. So I could see that happening out of frustration. Longevity versus effectiveness in the short term is a serious, real thing. Oh, I agree. I definitely agree with that statement. They just showed a Corona beer commercial, and I don't think I've seen that one. I'm surprised he hasn't been ejected yet. He must be growing up. Poor Seattle fans. Yeah. I don't know if I would consider Russell that much of a running quarterback. Unless, I don't know. There's a lot of quarterbacks that are incorporating the run in their game, and it makes me nervous. I don't want to see Tom Brady on commercial either, but I think that's that man in the arena. He runs out to his left like 60% of the time. Okay, that's true. He gonna be real mad when he loses to the football team. Or when they tie. This defense, though, the Seattle defense is probably going to start giving up points because they spent the entire game on the field. And Russell hasn't been able to do anything on the offense. But I guess you could make the same argument with like Josh Allen too. All right, they're at the 25, and it got whistled dead. Ryan Fitzpatrick retire after this year? I probably, but I hope not because I do like him. He can throw a punch after the game like that one player did last Thursday. I mean, either way, if he throws a punch, he'll get fined, but I don't think he cares. I feel like DK could probably hurt someone. That dude's jacked. The only infomercial I liked was the ShamWow guy. I had to seriously coked up during those things. I would grind my teeth just watching him. 6:54 left in the third. And they go back to the run game. Antonio Gibson. They whistled him down, but then he got up and started running again. No Billy Mays. I like this South Park thing with Billy Mays. I watched it not too long ago, so it makes me. That's why it's fresh in my brain. So it's gonna be 2nd and 13. Washington's been very balanced with their their play selection. 26 runs, 28 passes. But I mean, consistency is key. So they throw the ball here to Terry McLaurin and gets most of the 13. RIP. Moment of silence for Billy Mays. Undertaker was D-line for the Rams yesterday. Choke slamming O-lines. So 3rd and 2, they hit up to Gibson. And he is short, so it's going to be 4th down. I wish we had ShamWow. Aired a lot of the best Dean Martin variety show. So it's going to be 4th and 1. And, okay, I was like, are they really going to go for it? But I saw that he went to the Mets today, and I was honestly kind of surprised. They gave him a big deal. Not to be morbid, but I think he died of a cocaine overdose. I would not have been surprised. That was a deep punt all the way to, it was 52 yards to like 12-yard line. DK's getting angry. Last I heard, he went to jail. Maybe after. This commercial, it's, I'm trying to see. I can't even remember what commercial it is. I've seen it so many times. The Geico commercial, that's what it is, with the monster in the attic, just the puppet screaming. Makes me laugh. I feel like we were just on commercial break. I'm gonna write a letter that there should be no commercials after halftime, other than the end of the quarter and the 2-minute warning. Even though here lately they haven't been running commercials on the 2-minute warning on these late games, probably because it's so late. What's up, Jonathan? Thanks for stopping by. Another member of the Grassi Posse over here. I appreciate you. Miss the old Gecko, the new one is lame. He's alright. He's not that bad. I like the one where he's like the flat tire commercial. He's like, do you have a more dramatic take on that one? Man, Deebo Samuel's been having a pretty good year this year. The wife had a sticker of a cartoon Billy Mays on her laptop lid. She also likes King from the Burger King ad. Should I be worried? Maybe. Might want to just keep an eye. I'm just playing. You might be alright, Rick. I think your wife was in here earlier, actually. Paula. Can't remember what it said the last name of the username was. Paula something. Apparently, Billy died of hypertensive heart disease. Possibly from cocaine, maybe? Obi-Wan? King is frightening. Did you get her the PS2 game about King? I forgot about that game. So this will be 1st and 10 on the 13. And Russ throws to, I don't remember that name. She was Pantalones. Yeah. I thought so. Because she said something about you, but I didn't see her in again, so. So it's going to be 2nd and 4th. Now they're talking about DK not getting targeted. Oh, there's his first target, and it was over his head. So it's going to be 3rd and 4. Yeah, there was no way for him to catch this. Will this game end in a tie? I sure hope so. You just reminded me I needed to pull that poll down. DK Metcalf has had fewer than 50 receiving yards in each of his past 3 games, which is his longest career streak. It's 3rd and 4 now. And looks like someone came over early. Russ throws, almost picked off. Almost picked off twice. It should have been from the first guy. And it's going to be 4th and 4. And 4:18 left in the third quarter. They cannot get anything going offensively. No tie. So 47% of you voted Washington, 33 Seattle, and 19 is a tie out of 36 votes. All right, so they punted again. That's the 6th punt of the game, and he calls a fair catch at the 26-yard line. Favorite Christmas movie or movies you watch every year? I love The Grinch. That's definitely one of my all-time favorite movies. It's a comfort movie. I could watch it any time of the year. But since you're asking Christmas, definitely The Grinch. That makes me laugh so hard every time. I like The Nightmare Before Christmas because I think that was a movie I grew up on. Christmas Story is a classic, yeah. So a handoff to Gibson. He's running backwards, but he gets a little bit of room on the edge. Dude, he got hit hard, but he didn't even budge. Antonio Gibson's become a rock. Yes, the Jim Carrey one. That one is too good. I think Rudolph. Rudolph is a classic too. I like all the classics. Do you guys think that all right, here's a poll question, but I'm just going to ask you. Do you think that Die Hard is a Christmas movie? Because there's a guy every year that I work with. They hand it off to Gibson and he gets close to the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1. But he always posts pictures all over all of our areas that we do things that are not where the guests are at, of pictures of Die Hard, because one time they got into an argument with another girl that I work with about that. And so I just want to see what you guys think, like if you think Die Hard's a Christmas movie. So it's gonna be 3rd and 1 now. They hand it off to Gibson. That does not look like he got there. Pretty Reckless is your favorite band? I actually have seen Pretty Reckless once or twice in my lifetime. I don't know what I was about to say, but I've seen them once or twice live. There's some hard hitting in this game. You're right. There are some. It's been very hard hitting, Gene. But that Antonio Gibson, man, he just took that hit and was just fine. Twices. Yes. Twices. So this is going to be 4th and 1. They're going to punt here. Give Russ another chance. He lets it bounce. And it's going to be about the 17-yard line. You know, Taylor, I did not know she was in The Grinch. Die Hard is a Christmas movie? Okay. So I was 1 no and 1 yes. Or 2 no's and 1 yes. Lord of the Rings or Nightmare Before Christmas. I agree. I did not know that, Tim. You know what? I did know that, but I didn't even put 2 and 2 together that she's in that band. Hard to be a Christmas movie with so many people dying. Okay, facts. So the Seahawks have had a 3 and out on 4 straight drives. Let's see if this will be the first one they can get a first down. I stay out of that argument because they get real heated at work about that. So they hand it off to Collins. and he gets nowhere. 150 left in the third quarter. The ref with Dennis Leary. Dyer has singing, snow, Christmas music, parties, and guns popping to Jangle Bells. 3, Lethal Weapon. So it's going to be 2nd and 9. I don't know why they keep coming back to the run game. They only have 8 rushing yards. Fakes the handoff here. Throws a screen to Eskridge. He gets nowhere. He gets thrown down. Die Hard could have happened at any time of the year. The scenario was an office party. Could have been 4th of July. I mean, you make a fair point. I see the fair point for both yes and no. Or a retirement party. I just say yes to the people at work who think it is, and I say no to the people at work that think it's not. Just so I don't have to be involved. It's 3rd and 8. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Let's see if they can convert this time. Russ is sacked for the first time in the game. And they're gonna have to punt here. That's another 3 and out. 5 drives, 3 and out for Seattle. Probably gonna let the clock run out here before they punt it to the fourth quarter. You should make a poll next week regarding Christmas movies. Okay, well, which ones? Or what kind of poll? I mean, I can make a poll right now. Yeah, I saw that Kevin Byard went on the COVID list. That's a huge loss. I mean, I can make it next week, but I can make it this week too, or I can make it right now, whichever one you prefer. But what poll should it be? That's the big question. Because I could go a million ways, I feel like, with Christmas movies. Washington's ball. I'm going to go ahead and put fourth quarter on here so we don't have to change it again. Mike McCarthy's on the COVID list. I heard someone say earlier about a Cowboys coach, but I didn't know if they meant head coach or what. Nathan, that's not a loss for Dallas. Favorite Christmas movie, just list a few. Okay, I'll put Die Hard on that list, and I will Google. I'll put like 5 of them on there and see which direction it goes. I'm going to put Christmas list for next play-by-play. So it should be December by then, so it'll make sense. Hawks were playing better with Geno in. That hurts to say, but yeah. Bad Santa? When can you start playing Christmas music? A poll question. I still feel like people start playing Christmas music before Thanksgiving sometimes, and I don't understand that, but that would be a great question too. Bad Santa. That's a good one. Narnia is Christmas too. I feel like Narnia is Christmas related at least. Black Friday is the proper time. Anytime after Thanksgiving's fine. Oh, everybody's in here saying Christmas Vacation for the win. So they punt it, and it's He gets smacked hard, but he's on about the 43-yard line. Black Friday. I'm glad we're all agreeing on that one. I think anytime after Thanksgiving, and if you don't feel comfortable for Black Friday, anytime after December 1st. Scooby Doo. I absolutely love Scooby Doo movies. Even the live actions. Well, the live actions are up there in my top favorite movies, but all Scooby Doo movies. I think Cyber Chase is probably close to one of my favorite animated movies. But I did like the Cyber Chase PS1 game, PS2 game. So he throws it to the middle to Gibson. Gets about 5 or 6. I think they talk about the movie Black Friday. Well, they asked when the best time was to start playing Christmas music. And so everybody's saying at Black Friday. But maybe. I don't know. Now I'm confused. There should be a South Park Christmas movie. Well, apparently on Paramount Plus, there's a post-COVID South Park thing. And I know I brought it up the other day, but Heineke drops back, throws the screen to Gibbs. He gets a lot of room. He comes close to that first down. But the post-COVID is streaming on Paramount Plus. Cyber Chase is so good. I'm glad you guys agree with that. Jonathan, that's basically the perfect time. But South Park needs something for everything. I know Puppet Master said he didn't like South Park, but they're doing a good job with what they're doing. So if they don't do, they do a lot of Christmas stuff, but they've never done a Christmas movie. The one movie they did do, I really liked though. So it's gonna end up being 3rd and 1. It was real close. I used to play Cyber Chase all the time, but the movie's so good too. Mr. Hanky. Yeah, I was gonna say they do a lot of Christmas stuff. I watched the Mr. Hanky episode the other day. Where he was like doing ambient and saying some mean stuff on Twitter about all the people in the town. And he said, I was on ambient. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm gonna check it out. My sister gave me her login to Paramount Plus. I think I'll have to look through my messages again. But I definitely want to watch it. All right, 3rd and 1. They got, looks like McKissick in the backfield. No, it's a different running back, but he did not get the first down. So it's going to be 4th and 1 now. Have you watched it yet, Dad? And is it any good? I have it, and you know the login. Okay, well, I'll probably watch it this week then. Whether it's on yours or my sister's account. All right, so it looks like Washington's going to go for it on 4th down here, which is a pretty ballsy call, but they are in Seattle territory. So they hand it off to Gibson this time. He gets an edge and a mile. He's still going down to like, I don't know, about the 15-yard line. You don't watch Rick and Morty either? I understand, but I love it. Oh, they got a hold. So they got pulled back. They have to replay 4th down. So it's going to be like 4th and 11 now. That was such a good play on 4th down. All right, so they're going to punt now. Seattle's going to get another chance to try to tie this up, or at least put points on. There's 12:48 left. That they just called a fair catch. 20. I didn't catch the yardage, but it was a 34-yard punt. I know that you like it, Obi-Wan. We talked about it the other day. Which I love that you love it. It's a classic and it's ongoing. It's perfect. I'm pretty excited for. Yes, big fan. Me too, and so is my dad. I owe it all to him because without him, I don't know if I'd ever been this big of a fan. I don't have any cool South Park merchandise in here to showcase today. I don't know where it all is. All I have in here that's worth showing is we did talk about Avatar: The Last Airbender when we talked about TV. I don't remember which one of you guys brought it up, but I do have this. It's not open because I couldn't decide if I wanted to open it or not. But my stepmom bought it for me. She was my favorite. Tough. I had a hamster that I named Tough. She's a badass. Tough equals best. You're right. She's too awesome, man. My stepmom got me that a few weeks ago, and she was like, "I got you something," which is like the scariest thing she could ever say to me because every time she says that, it's always something like completely random. And but when she got that, I was like, "Oh my god, that's awesome!" Yo, I've got a pal that just hopped in. He's hiding right now, but I'm pulling him up. There he is. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
You should get a box so people can send you stuff. I told Dad last week actually before he went to Texas. I was like, we should get a PO box just in case because he sends a lot of mail out for his other channel and stuff too. So when I move to Carrollton, we'll probably figure out and set something up. So Russ just lobs it up into the middle of the field to nobody. So it's going to be 2nd and 10.
You were talking about South Park memorabilia, and I have something sitting really close to the computer.
Is it the mask?
No.
Oh. Goth Stan. I love that.
Isn't that cool? It's my favorite Funko Pop.
Who the heck was that pass intended for? The grass. Probably. Crafty Southpaw. Okay, Russ just took up in the middle and ran for the first down. And now he looks like that rushing quarterback that whoever it was said he was. That's the first 4th down since 4:40 of the second quarter for the Seattle Seahawks. I remember that show being I don't know. That was like a show me and my family like all together we watched like a lot of. It's so much fun. Everyone's saying hi to him and then he just like bloop, he dropped out of there. At least we can still see his face on his picture. Russell loads up deep to DK and it was just a jump ball up against Kendall Fuller. So DK still has no catches in this game, and he's only been targeted like twice, 3 times maybe. I should have made a poll for that earlier. Will DK Metcalf get ejected in this game? Yeah, he has 3 targets and 0 receptions. What's the point of even having him, man? He tossed it. Oh, he caught it behind the line of scrimmage. But he fumbled and it went out of bounds. So it's going to be 3rd and 10.
I wonder what's going on there with the targets for DK.
I don't know what's going on with the Seattle offense, period. the last 3 games.
Something's up. I'm telling you. Hey, I hear an echo. Why do I hear an echo?
I don't hear an echo.
Okay, then maybe it's just me.
Do I hear an echo? No. All right, it's going to be 3rd and 10, 11:47 left in the game. Seattle got their first down since the first half. And Rusk is almost swallowed up. He takes off running, and then he gets hit. Oh, he fumbled it! And they said he was down. Seattle does need to fix their O-line. That's why Russ was complaining and potentially asking for a trade at the beginning of the season. He said he wasn't asking, but when you say things like that, it sounds like you're asking. But I think that's honestly the reason why he would want out is because of the offensive line.
Yeah, the dynamic in Seattle is really weird.
Everything is, yeah, I was going to say, everything's been weird in Seattle this season. It's 4th and 6. They punt it, and let's change this over. They let it bounce, so it's going to be at about the 18-yard line. And it looks like they're going to go to a commercial, and then it's going to be Washington's ball.
That's probably true, Gene. But they just haven't looked right. Even a good defense, guys like Russell Wilson used to be able to put up numbers. Maybe he's slipping. Maybe he's just not as talented as he was. There's a lot.
Yeah, but I feel like last year the big issue with Seattle was the offensive line too. Like they were really good at the first half of the year, and then they just stopped being good, the offensive line, and that's when they declined towards the end of the season. Because Russ looked like an MVP through 6 weeks, and then all of a sudden it was like, what's going on in Seattle? My dad has a TMNT pinball machine. That's pretty sweet.
Heck yeah.
Age is a cruel reality.
Don't I know it, Gene?
They've been selling like those those like giant, probably as tall as me jukeboxes at Walmart, and they look awesome. They're probably like 4.5 feet tall. I wouldn't say as tall as me, but pretty close. Plus, they've been selling for a while those like arcade games. They have like the Ninja Turtles, and they got the Pac-Man Galaga one, and a couple other games on there. When you get a P.O. box, I'll send you guys some brownies and cookies. Seriously, they're no joke. I have a business called Just the Chip, and they sell them to high-end restaurants in Texas. Okay, I really did think you were joking for a second until I read the rest of it, but that's pretty sweet.
See, that's awesome. See, that's the kind of stuff, you know what?
I'm always down to try some new brownies and cookies.
Hey, you know what? Send us a link for how to get to buy your stuff, and we'll put it in our description. Since you're a loyal person that comes in here, no problem at all, and we'll mention you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we'll send you here. I'll post our email. Our email's in our description of the video. If you scroll down, just send us a link or whatever to your business, and we'll definitely support you. Because first of all, that's awesome.
Yeah, well, who doesn't like brownies and cookies? I mean, come on.
I'm not a huge chocolate person, but I will eat any cool brownies or cookies or new. So it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 13-yard line. I mean, Russell's broke his finger. It's not going to look as good until it's fully healed. Yeah, I mean, that's still true too. So they run the ball with, I believe, Gibson, and they get up to the 20. Yeah, that's Gibson. He's had a good game. They've ran the ball really well tonight. I mean, not like Joe Mixon good, but Joe Mixon against Pittsburgh good, but pretty well. He's had 75 rush yards, 35 receiving yards. So, I mean, that's a good game. And J.D. McKissick has 12 rush yards, 12 receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns. Does Baker get shut down or put on IR before he breaks his body more? Well, I don't think he's going to get put on IR until he gets hurt something else. But Antonio Gibson escaped the tackles and runs for the first down. 10 minutes
I
left in the fourth.
I honestly think Baker will let himself be broken before he's not letting him shut him down unless it's absolutely necessary because he's playing for his job.
Washington may not have very many points in this game, but they have owned this game. I came in saying I wanted to watch Seattle get walloped, but now I feel a little bad for them. I do too. I mean, this offense has been sad. So they hand off to Gibson again. He gets about a yard. Like, they're only up 8 points, but I feel like they should be up like 60 points the way they're playing. Comparatively. Like, Seattle's ran 35 plays. Washington's ran 65 plays. Washington has 295 yards. Seattle has 190. Seattle has 5 first downs. Washington has 23 first downs. Time of possession, 34 minutes, 22 seconds for Washington and 16 minutes for Seattle. I can't believe Gibson was a wide receiver in college. I mean, he seems a bit like short to be a wide receiver. Does Pete retire at the end of the year? If Russell leaves, probably. I think if Russ leaves, then he might.
He might
Seems
get
like a
fired.
typical Seahawks game. Yeah, I was gonna say he could get fired. This has been like the only losing season they've ever had with Russell Wilson. Logan Thomas has 3 receptions for 30 yards. First and 10. Fakes the handoff to McKissick. He's got all the time in the world. Then he finally throws it and dumps it down to McKissick, and he gets about 7 yards. Double the possession, just about double the score, so they're playing equal. Yeah, I mean, that pretty much, but it just feels like they should have put more. As much of this game as I've spent just watching Washington play on offense, I feel like they should have so many points. Isn't Pete like 71? I don't think he's that old because Bruce Arians is the oldest head coach, and I think he's 69. Second and 4. 7:20 left in the game. Hand off to Gibson. He runs straight up the middle for the first down and another 3 or 4 yards. I think this game has been all Washington because they've just ran the ball like straight into their face a million times. Also, y'all's Reds have been no, I don't think they've been quiet. They gave half of our starting pitchers away.
Yeah, Pete's 70 years old.
I really appreciate that. I will send y'all an email. Everything is wholesale, but I just started sending product to Colorado and Tennessee. Word of mouth has exploded in the last year. Heck yeah, dude. I'm happy for you, man. We'll definitely check everything out. Just drop it or send us an email and we'll do that. Gonna burn the clock. I mean, they might as well burn the clock. They can't put any more points on the board. Seems like they've not been able to do that.
Hey, Alex, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop the bonfire link in here because all the money that goes to that's going to our streaming service for next year. So it'll support this one too, in case anybody wants to check it out or just share it on socials.
I was gonna say you can go ahead and talk about that for a minute if you want. This game is.
Yeah, so I'm putting a link in right now. It's for my Ohio River history, but the money that we're raising off of it goes to pay for our streaming service for next year. And Alex and I have talked about upgrading, making it more professional and putting some actual money into it to try to do a better job for everybody that comes in here, which it affects both channels in that instance. So I've got a very modest goal of 10 shirts. Just to start paying for that for next year. It runs through December 21st. There's the link on there. If you don't want to buy one, that's cool. I would appreciate just to share on social media and to see if anybody else would be interested. There's different varieties and sizes. I think it would be cool just to kind of help us, not have to eat so much money for all the services that we use.
Also, we I know I mentioned it earlier. So Washington's got another first down running the ball just to keep up with this game. Antonio Gibson just hit 100 yards rushing. He's at 109. But and they just handed the ball off to him again, and he got another one or two. But I mentioned it earlier, and I know I mentioned it more so on the last stream before this one tonight. And we're going to be working on a lot of things come the first of the year, and we'll probably have some different looking merchandise. We're probably going to rebrand how our account looks a little bit, not too much. I don't want to get too far away from the shark because I love the shark. But yeah, so we're trying to make everything look a little better, so everything can be a little better. So it'll help you guys hopefully enjoy our stuff a little bit more. It's 2nd and 9, then they hand it off again to McKissick, and he got about 2. But yeah, so we got a lot of changes coming. We've got a lot of stuff in the works. It's been hectic with him being out of town, and we're running into holiday season, especially working at the casino. It's stupid. But we're working really hard to get everything rolling. So
good night, Gene. Thank you for coming by and hanging out with us all today. Hashtag Monday Digs, bro.
Hashtag Monday Digs. But I appreciate you coming over here and chatting a little bit about commercials and football. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a good night, good week. I'll probably see you around maybe Thursday.
Yep, I'm getting ready to go for a drive. I got to go pick Taylor up from work.
You've been going all day.
I know, I'm over it, but I got to today because Gene can't drive just yet. We got to go to the specialist tomorrow, and then I'll be back to normal tomorrow night.
Sounds good.
All right, well, this game was kind of a snoozer today, but go Redskins. Oh, Washington football team. Can't get used to saying it.
It's not hard to just say Washington and Seattle.
Yeah, I know, but it irks me.
I don't even care, man. It's grown on me. I like the name Washington football team.
WFT.
WFT. So he throws it to McKissick in the middle. It's going to be 4th down. So Seattle got to stop.
Looks like
it's not going to matter if they're in field goal range.
Yeah, it'll be a 2-score
away from the game.
Yeah,
but they don't have a kicker. So, McKissick didn't move. He's not getting up. That's not good.
Everybody, thank you very much. I will see you guys soon. Have fun for the rest of the
stream. He took his helmet, hit the guy straight head on into his shoulder as he was falling. And he just didn't move. That's probably not good. He didn't let go of the football, though. It's crazy to me that some of these guys take hits like this and still are able to hold the football. But, yeah, so they're going to commercial break right now. That hopefully is not that bad, but I know we've seen a couple guys getting taken off the field in stretchers. I don't think any of them have ended up being severe for like the head, neck injury kind of thing. That'll be a big loss for Washington. I hope he's okay. Yeah, that's scary. And the last Seattle game I watched on primetime, this happened. I think it was Seattle against Pittsburgh or somebody. But I have not checked out his t-shirt thing, but if you guys would like to check it out, I know he will appreciate it. I'll appreciate it too, just because I like seeing everybody's support and everybody's merchandise across that metal detecting community, because they're all super awesome over there. But we're trying to get a couple things ready with this name on it, so I also just want one for myself so I can wear it like during our streams and stuff too. Yeah, that did not look good, Jonathan. I hope he's okay. We'll find out when he gets back. It looks like he jammed his top of his head straight into his shoulder, like it just pushed. I don't know. It's scary because some people have ended their careers from bad hits like that, like Ryan Shazier. I got one coming. Yeah, he told me that you had ordered one. Seattle at Pittsburgh. Yeah, see, I thought so, but then the following week, the whatever the next primetime game was, I feel like it happened in that as well. Okay, so he sat up. So him sitting up, I feel like is a good sign. They didn't try to move him with a stretcher immediately. Oh, okay, here it comes. Here comes the stretcher. Oh man, that stuff makes me nervous. Nope, they're heading back to commercial. So while they take care of all of that, they're going to be carrying him out. Man, football. It doesn't seem like that scary until something like this happens, and then it just makes you nervous. Football is dangerous, like 100%. Yeah. I don't like to just like think about it like that, but it really is. RIP, dude. Yeah. It's more like this. I regret watching the game. When will our culture get past having huge men run into each other? I get it. I get it. I love it so much, but I understand. Hopefully, he just got his bell rung and he'll be back after a couple weeks in concussion protocol. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Best case scenario, or best case scenario, he's fine. But head injuries freak me out. Head, neck, back. All right, so he's sitting on the cart there. They're not. Doesn't look like he's getting strapped in anywhere. So that is definitely a good sign. So he looks a lot better off than the last Seattle game where they had to strap him flat. So they're going to go for it on 4th down because they don't have a field goal kicker. In 9th grade, they cut my best friend's pads off of him on the field, but he was okay at the end of the night. Well, that's good. I mean, it's scary, but So they threw it to, I don't even remember who number 1 is, but DeAndre Carter. I keep forgetting his name. And they get it for 15 yards on 4th and 4. But I played soccer with a guy, and it was on his senior night. I was a sophomore. And he wore those shin guards that are only like real small, and they don't go all the way down with the ankle guards on them. And it was like a week or two before his senior night, and someone kicked, and they were, I don't remember the exact situation, but their shoe. So they hand it off to Gibson, but he doesn't get anywhere. So it's going to be 2nd and goal. But they kick right underneath of his shin guard, and it shattered straight up. And yeah, he was in a wheelchair for his senior night, and I felt horrible. But I was like, everyone tells him not to wear shin guards like that. I just know they're more comfortable because they're lighter and smaller. But sports is dangerous. It happened the night before. I think a Titan player was hurt versus. Yeah, I think you're right about that. Ouch. Yeah, it was horrible. It shattered the shin bone all the way up. I'm turning in now. Got 14 days of work in a row coming. That is rough, Quiz Qualm. So yeah, definitely get you some rest, and I hope your next 14 days go by quick, because that's brutal. Heineke rolls out right, and he just gets a couple yards and slides. So it's going to be 3rd down and goal. But yeah, you have a good night. Quizquam, we'll see you another time. Good luck on your next 14 days. I love my job. Won't be too bad. Well, I'm glad that you love your job because if you didn't, that is a long time. When I work a week straight, I like my job, but that's a long time, so I can't imagine 14, but good luck, man. Back in junior high, I went to the school doctor's office every day because of lunch sports. Lunch sports? So there's only 2:30 left in the fourth quarter. What did you do during lunch? I'm just sitting here think sports at lunch break. Oh, okay. I just thought you meant like an eating competition or something. They hand off to Gibson. He's still on his feet. He's still going. And he only gets 1 yard. So it's going to be 4th and goal on like the 3-yard line. Hashtag shenanigans. $2:25 left in the fourth quarter. Mainly basketball, but football too. Not looking like a tie. If they go for it here and don't get it, it could end in a overtime. But the way Seattle's offense is looking, it's not. I'm not feeling a tie on this. I thought you meant goofing off too. Yeah, I thought that too. I was like, I don't know, like eating competition or something stupid, but all right. So Washington ended up taking a timeout before they snapped the ball, but Heineke didn't know, so he snapped the ball anyway. Yeah, see, this puts them up 2 scores, but they did the same thing in this situation against Tampa Bay on 4th down. So they don't want a chance of a tie, so they're going to go for it. And they got it last time with Gibson, but they got a different back in the backfield this time. He fakes the handoff. He caught it. Is that Logan Thomas? Finally, I've been waiting all day for a Logan Thomas target in the end zone. And they get in the end zone with 2:25 or 2:20 left in the game. He was across the line when he caught it. What a catch. Basketball can be bloody, yeah. A lot of elbows to the face. Hi from Grossi fan. Turned on the game very late. No worries. Thanks, Red Rocket, for coming and hanging out with us the last couple minutes of this game, or at least stopping by. They might rule no catch. Yeah, that might end up being not a catch just because of a little tiny bit of movement. Grossi posse. I'm gonna head out. Got a train, but thank you for a great time. Enjoy the rest of your night. Stay safe and warm all. Thanks so much, Nathan. I appreciate you hanging out with us for as long as you did tonight. I don't think he controlled it as it hit the ground. It's very hard to tell because it was up against his chest. But it's hard to overturn something once they've ruled it one way. But I don't know. I feel like I need to see it like another time. It's a close call. So Logan Thomas looks upset. So it looks like it might be going the other way. Oh, now he looks fine. I don't know. This is close. They're still reviewing it at the moment. Ron Rivera is so chill. Oh yeah, they killed the clock, and even if Seattle gets the ball here, it's going to be a tough one for them on the 3-yard line. Very long drive. It's only 2:16 left. All right, it's showing it again. I see what you mean now, Rick, but I don't know if there's enough to overturn it. Be- okay, so they did overturn it. All right, so Seattle's ball, turnover on downs. I'm just happy there was finally a Logan Thomas target in the end zone, but 2:19 left. Seattle has no timeouts. Let's see if they can have one of those miracle comebacks. It was a 16 play drive. Oh man. Their defense is probably dead. Like they've been way oh man, they had a long night. So to hold them to only 17, Seattle's defense has got to be proud of that. Get the safety. I mean, it's very possible they got to throw it here. They can't really run the ball unless they want to run the clock, but they still have a chance to tie it. Everett catches it and gets about 12 yards and steps out of bounds. There's 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. 1st and 10. Moore hit the ground with the defender's hand still touching, and it moved. Yeah, it moved. It was up against his wrist, but it was close. Gerald Everett again. He got about a yard, and he just like jumped out of bounds. I don't know. That was a funny way to handle that play. He just kind of leaped out of bounds. 90 yards plus 2 points for the tie. This game will go to OT. This is prime for some Russell Wilson lucky BS. I'm fine with the tie. Russ punt fakes, and he goes down after he gains only like 3 yards. And that's the 2-minute warning. Shoo. All right. Now this game's heating up a little bit. Let's see if their offense can cook a little and move the ball. No tie. No, a tie would be so much fun. The next game that ends in a tie, and if I'm not live for it, I'm going to be so disappointed. Which I would have never been doing a live play-by-play of that Pittsburgh-Detroit game because it was horrible. I couldn't even I was mad I was forced to watch it. If this game ends in a tie, it's going to be a freaking party. This is the first game in the last like 2 or 3 that they've showed a commercial and a 2-minute warning. Poll of the outcome of this drive. I can pull it up. All right. Outcome of this drive. Oops. All right, I put a poll up. Outcome of this drive. 0-0 overtime in the Super Bowl. I always take Super Bowl Monday off of work. I take Sunday and Monday. All right, put a poll up. Go vote. It's 3rd and 5. 2 minutes left. Throwing, but no one's home, and now there's a flag. That's a PI. All right, half of you have voted turnover on downs, and half of you voted touchdown with 2-point conversion for a tie. I said turnover on downs. Yeah. Well, it's 1st and 10, a minute 56 left. He threw it, and no one was home for that throw, but they called a PI on that. All right, I'm going to leave the poll up for like another minute. All right, so 1st and 10, 156. They're on the 40-yard line. They snap the ball. Russell's running. And he gets pushed down. It's a sack. I went failed. No reason, though. That's fair. Mix it up. All right, there's a sack. Clock's rolling. It's 2nd down and a loss of 9. It's 2nd and 19. 1:30 to go. Russ stands in, drops it to the running back. It's going to be 3rd down. 3rd and 6. Minute 12. Clock's rolling. All right. Ball snapped. Russell throws it to DK for the 1st down, and he gets out of bounds. It's 1st and 10. Russ is moving. 1:02 left in the 4th. All right. Landon Collins is down now. He got a fist bump from a Seahawks player. And they're going to take a Washington timeout for that. So Washington's the only one with a timeout left. He cheated. He threw to DK. How was that cheating? Seattle's only ran 3 plays in Washington territory this entire game. All right, minute 2 left. He's lining up 1st and 10 on Washington's 43. All right, Russ steps up, throws while he's being hit, and it's too low for the tight end to catch it, so that's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10, 57 seconds left. Yeah, they got a lot of pressure on Russ that play. So let's see who they go to here. Russ drops back, throws to the tight end again, who he gets him, but he gets stopped after just a couple yards. It's going to be 3rd down and mid-range. 3rd and 6. So a little long there. 39 seconds. He throws to DJ Dallas, not Collins. I feel like I might have been calling Collins Dallas or Dallas Collins for a little bit. All right, 1st and 10. 20 seconds left. Russ steps up, loads up deep into the end zone. Freddie Swain for the touchdown. Okay, here comes a 2-point conversion. There's 15 seconds left in this game. Wow. All right, I'm ending the poll. 50% of you said touchdown with 2-point conversion for a tie. 37 said turnover on downs. And 12% said failed 2-point conversion. My friend just messaged me and said, does Pete Carroll throw on the goal line? What a touchdown. All right, here it goes. Russ drops back. He's got all the time in the world. He throws it, and it's picked up in the end zone. You got it right, though. You got it right, though. River Rat, wow. Bro, that's what I'm saying. So close to a tie. Dude, he read Russ's eyes so well. I wanted Washington to win this game, don't get me wrong. But I was hoping for an overtime, just for the potential of a tie. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? I think all the time that Russell Wilson had, he could have ran it in. He had all the time in the world on that play. Wow. Yeah, Washington did earn that win. They just pounded the ball the entire game. There's 15 seconds left. There might be an onside kick try. They did the onside kick. Oh! He got it! They got the onside kick. Wow. No way. Wow, this game. OT still possible. The safety. I don't think they're going to get a safety from the 40-yard line. Wow. That was a perfect recovery, too. Russell Wilson BS is ready. Are you ready? I don't know. Oh, they called illegal formation on the kicking team. Wow. Wow, this game, I can't even handle it right now. So there was an illegal formation, so they're going to move him back 5 yards and kick it again. "14 seconds left in this game, and that was about to make it stupid." So a guy was lined up too close to the kicker. He kicked a perfect onside kick. How do you line up illegally on a kickoff? That's what I'm saying. He was less than a yard too close to the kicker. All right, so they're lining up to kick again. Wow. Oh my god, I think they got it again. No, okay, Adam Humphries got it. That was close. I thought he had that. Barely. Oh my. That was about to be so stupid if they recovered that twice. And now there's going to be a kneel down for the end of the game. Shoo! That was insane. They almost had 2 recoveries back to back. Shout out to the Washington football team. Kick a field goal instead. They don't have a kicker. They lined up wrong on a kickoff, dude. Punt a field goal then. Why not? That was insane. Well, as I said too early, good night. It was a fun ending of a game and nice to stop by. Yeah, Red Rocket, I appreciate you stopping by. You came as the craziest part of the game. So it was pretty good timing. But it was nice to see you, man, and we'll see you another time for sure. That was crazy. I don't even know what to say about all that. That was so stupid. Oh, at least they made the game fun. At least it wasn't a blowout like the Outing for sure. Sounds good. See you next time. Have a nice night. Red Rocket 4000. But at least it wasn't a blowout like the Buffalo Saints game. No offense to him, but that game was horrible. But, at least this one was more exciting, a little bit closer of a game. So, final score is I didn't even update it because I was too into the game. So, I'm just going to take it down. But 15-10 or 15-17 final score. Insane. I'll put it up just for why not. But I'm not going to stay on here much longer. Have a nice night, Jonathan. Thanks for coming in here. River Rat, I appreciate you, my guy. 17-17. Final score was a tie. A tie that they ended up giving to Washington for no reason. Russell Wilson came cooking at the end. If only he played like that the whole game, man. Great play calling and commentary. Thank you so much, Tim. I appreciate you as always. This one was much more fun, and so you called it. This was going to be a more fun game. So I will take that. And so let's get this. Turn that game off. There's not a whole lot to say about that game. Washington owned the time of possession. Seattle only had like 5 plays in Washington territory the whole game. That's everything. Everything is so unusual for Seattle, since Russ came back. DK about to blow up the locker room. I don't know. I don't know. He's gonna hurt somebody after this game. I feel bad for the next person who looks at DK Metcalf. A better game, at least. Yeah, I should say that. It's always a good game when the team I prefer to win wins. I'm looking at you, Cleveland, for being stupid. But that was fine. That was a stupid game, and so I'm cool with whatever. I'm trying to think ahead of what games we've got next. I know on Sunday night the Chiefs and Broncos are going to be playing. I will 100% be doing that. I believe there's a Saturday game. But I don't know how early I work Sunday that if I can do that. I'm tired of losing. Well, have you tried winning, Mr. DK? Facts. You tell him that. I'm not going to do it. I could stack 2 of me on top of him and still look tiny. I know Dallas and the New Orleans play on Thursday. I'm scheduled 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. So if I do get home in time, I might do that. And so on Thursday nights, we normally do our weekly Sunday picks, which I believe there's Saturday games too, like I said. But so I'll try to coordinate that and figure it out. But I'll for sure be here Sunday night. I will be doing something, whether it's the post game or the game. Now you could tell him you got a smaller hitbox. I ain't talking to him, dude. First of all, if I stood next to him, I don't think I'd ever see his head because he's like so bulk that I would just see like chest. I'd have to be like 10 feet away from him to see him. So we'll be here something for sure on Thursday, whether it be the play-by-play, which I kind of want to do the play-by-play. My dad live streams on his other channel at 9 p.m. on Thursdays. But I might still do it anyway, just because I think it's going to be a good game. He's going to be live tomorrow at 7 p.m. doing IU Basketball. The stream for that's in the playlist of that has that stream already ready and is in the bio of this at the very bottom or description of this. Well, we got a lot of good fun games coming up. I'm excited for the Chiefs Broncos, but I'm nervous because the Broncos just like bent the Chargers over and spanked them yesterday. And so Kansas City always you never know which Kansas City team's going to show up to play their division rivals. And so I hope it's the Raiders, how they played the Raiders this year, but it also could be how they played Buffalo. Have a good night, Alex. See you soon. Sounds good, Tim. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out with us. I think I'm going to go ahead and close this down because I want to play some PlayStation, and I'm content with this game. Finally, someone that I've picked has won on these these play-by-plays, because I think every team I've picked has not won. But good night, Puppet Master, River Rat, Tim, anybody else that's still in here. I know Red Rocket left and Jonathan left, but anybody else that's still in here, I appreciate each and every one of you. We'll be back soon. I can't wait to sit here and talk with you guys again. It should be fun, no matter which game we do or which live streams we do. But until next time, everyone have a nice night. Rick, sorry about your Seahawks, but I'm glad you hung out with us through it. So when we get in a gaming stream, well, I'm supposed to be moving the first of the year. Well, not the first, but in January/February, and I'm moving, so me and my dad will basically be neighbors. But I'll have like actual good internet because my internet's awful where I live now. And so once that comes, I will probably stream somewhere or on something, some video games, just for the fun of it. But I'll let you know if that happens. But until next time, I'll see all you guys later. I hope each and every one of you have a good night. My stream just froze up. I don't know if it froze up for you, but so if it did, I'm sorry. But each of you have a good night. I'll see you next time, and everyone take care.